I don't think people realize how welcoming Africans are. People would think that they're like savages who would want to like kill you and eat you. You know what I mean?
We're gonna have a very nice. I kill the goat, roast it, eat it, and then drink the blood. I'll drink the blood. I don't know if you.
Oh, I will drink the
but
blood.
He will drink the blood too.
I'll drink the blood.
That's right. Weird,
Yeah.
but I have no other option. And we have these guys here who's gonna help us. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Blazy, and I'm out in Africa, Kenya. I know you can see my background; it's so pretty. The sun is just setting right now. You can don't be surprised if you see zebras. Actually, there's a zebra there. Can you see it?
Oh my gosh.
There's a zebra. Right?
Whoa.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's actually real. That's crazy.
so it's true, right? For sure, we'll show you that. The zebras on the background, and hyenas sometimes might walk around and stuff. But just before I continue this video, I just want to say, if this is your first time watching my video, please feel free to subscribe. Or if you're one of our greatest watchers who watches the videos every time, please, if you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, click the subscribe button and like, and let us know in the comments what you think of the video. Nas, welcome to Africa.
Guy, thanks for having me.
How are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling amazing, man.
Yeah.
This is, man, best experience of my life. The best trip I've ever been on. Being in Africa
Yeah.
is just a little bit different. I have to flex some of the the bling or whatever they call it.
Yeah, this
Some of the ice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just some African necklaces that I got. You know what I'm saying?
So Nas actually is from, he lives in Vegas, and this is his first time in the continent. I was lucky enough to bring your family here, your
Yeah.
mom and your sisters,
Yeah.
and one of your brothers.
Yeah.
But I was dying to bring you here so I can also hear your experience.
Yeah.
And one of the main things, according to me, is because you're African American.
Yeah.
Because they've been a big disconnect between African Americans and Africa itself. And I feel like this is your home, and you should feel appreciated and wanted, and you should feel welcomed. So my first question is this: how do you think you've been treated since you've been in Kenya for the last maybe 4 days?
The only person I knew was you, and I already feel like I've been treated like family. You know what I mean? I've been treated like, I don't know. I definitely can feel the love between, my African brothers, because obviously
There's a zebra there.
Oh,
I don't know if they can see that.
this is real.
Let me zoom you actually. Just let me mess up. I don't know if they can see it, the camera, but there's a zebra back there. That's a zebra. That's right. Cool. Anyway, sorry for
No, you're good.
That's so cool. All right.
We've seen a lot of animals
I
today.
know, crazy. Yeah. So anyway, just continue.
Yeah, I just, so much love. Everybody takes such good care of me. You can feel the African people are very welcoming, and they take care of their people.
Yeah.
It's like, people here and people in different parts of the world act a little bit differently than people in the US. Like in the US, like if you're a stranger to somebody, like you're a stranger.
That's right.
Here you can become friends with somebody like that.
Just in a
You know
second.
what I mean?
And when I invited you to this trip, I was like, I would like to invite him to Kenya,
Yeah.
so he can see how it looks like. But also, I wanted to know, like, what are the kind of stereotypes you heard about Africa that maybe gave you a different outlook of how it looked like? And when you arrived here, were your stereotypes like real, or like what do you think? What are the kind of things you heard about the continent that were like kind of negative? And you came here and you got surprised.
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, the biggest thing is that people think that Africans are unsophisticated and dumb. That couldn't be farther from the truth. You know what I mean? In my opinion, simpler is better. And there's like a good in between, right? People don't even think that they're cities. You know what I mean? But the first place we went to, Nairobi, was a big city. But also just like, I don't think people realize how welcoming Africans are. People would think that they're like savages who would want to like kill you and eat you, you know what I mean? But that couldn't be farther from the truth. If anything, that's the people who have, colonized this continent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say, even if you're white, or if you're Asian, or if you're whatever, you won't be discriminated against because of who you are.
Yeah.
You'll be discriminated against because of what you do and how you act.
Perfect, that's true. And actually, my prayer is that African Americans, actually for us Africans, we don't call black people who live overseas as African Americans, or let's say Chinese Americans, black Chinese Americans. We call them Africans. For us, if you're black, this is your land, this is your home.
Yeah.
And in terms of what you said with being sophisticated, or like we don't know, like we don't have lots of resources and stuff, like with savages. Bro, we're out in the wilderness, and I can tell you we have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Right here.
I literally have better, I guarantee you, I put this on my mother's life. I have better Wi-Fi out here than I do in the States.
I know.
It's crazy. Also, too, everything that like all the food we've eaten, everything is all natural. It's all homegrown. Like we're like obviously this isn't really a farm. This is like a camping area. But where we were at the Baha'i Center was like a farm where people meet up and they cook their own food. Like
and everything is healthy. And like actually, right now after this video, we're going to eat a very healthy dish, which is a live goat. We're gonna kill it.
It's right. It's
just right there. I think I will show. We'll show them. Hey, goatee. See you soon. All right. So, as much as we're trying to do this, I think I have some humane feelings with my sister because when the goat is crying, I feel so weird.
Yeah.
But I have no other option. And we have these guys here who's gonna help us cut it down. So we're going down there to cut it.
tastes good.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, it's actually really good though.
Yeah.
Hey, that's crazy. Oh, you don't like it?
I don't like it.
Oh my goodness, I find it very good.
It's very good.
We have to kill the goat, prepare it, roast it, cook it, whatever we want, and then life moves on. But what do you think you can go when you go back to the States? How do you think you can kind of motivate your fellow friends, most probably African Americans, to visiting Africa? Like, what do you think you might want to tell them?
Well, I would just want to tell them how beautiful it is and how, because obviously some people might think if they go to Africa, it'll be like just like a crazy jungle where they don't know where to go or no, you know what I mean? It's far from that. Obviously, we want to preserve those parts of the continent and the country like this. Like you don't want to mess with this. You don't want to build a bunch of plantations or like plants, stuff like that.
Yeah, and then there's been like a divide between Africans and African Americans, mostly in America.
Yeah.
Mostly in America. Overseas, not as much.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that's very true. I've been fortunate enough to have a couple friends who were born on this continent, like Blazy, a couple other friends who I knew a long time ago. Not as many as I would like to know, but I would just tell anybody, I would tell anybody who's of African descent that this is your land. You know what I mean? That's what people like Blazy are showing us, is that you are welcome here, because obviously we've been told. It kind of works in a weird way, right? We're told to go, like, from people who are racist to come back to here, to like, oh, go back to your country.
That's right.
And some people feel like that's a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing. You do want to go back to where your roots are, and you do want to know where you come from and your roots. You don't want to go there just because somebody who colonized there is telling you that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's always good to connect with your roots and to learn more about yourself.
Yeah, because I know when I went to the States, that's a beautiful sunset. Sorry, I'm gonna do this podcast while I bother you guys. Just let me show you.
No, they need to see that.
Just let me show you this. Just look at that.
Oh man, they should have seen the sunset yesterday.
I know, right?
That was the craziest sunset I've ever seen. And this is if you live in a city where there's like light pollution and stuff, like you're like, oh, I gotta drive somewhere out. I gotta go drive somewhere to go see like a beautiful view. But here it's just every day.
Yeah, and actually, let me just reinforce this statement. Africans love African Americans so much. Mostly Africans who live in the continent. I've realized Africans who go overseas, they get whitewashed by the white people who live there. They tell them that these African Americans are like hardworking, they're lazy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Africans who live here, but actually, funny thing is, like, I was eating there, and one of the girls asked me if you're single. I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, he's good looking. And she asked me, is he African American? I said, yeah. He's like, oh my God, I've never had a chance to talk to one.
Wow.
But she was a little bit shy.
Yeah.
But hey, this is your land, as Nasir said. This is the land of every black people.
Yeah.
And don't ever feel like you're not welcomed here. Anytime. Anytime you want to come back home, please feel free. Come and eat fresh food. Come and spend time with, like, strangers will be family immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
Like, there's no, like, oh, stay away from me. No, we don't do those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Guys, as I finish this quick interview with Nas, we'll do another one in Mombasa. We're flying out tomorrow to the coast of Kenya, and then I'll do another video with him. And also, I think we might also do a street experience and asking strangers if African Americans are welcomed in Africa and what they think about
I want to say one thing too is we've only been here, what, 3-4 days?
That's right.
3 days? Dude, we've been all over the place. Like, we're here now, like we were in Nairobi, we went out a couple times, and then we drove, and then we got to see a bunch of different places, and then now we're here, and now we're gonna go to somewhere else.
That's right.
Because obviously, like, the land here is huge, so it's like it's not all the same, but it's not all one, like, it's not all just like grassland, you know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of different places, and that's one of the cool things is this is just one country.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you're talking about like the biggest continent or the second biggest continent, however big it is, like meaning Africa.
Yeah.
And every country is like this big. It's just like there's so much to explore. So I would encourage anybody to come to Africa.
That's right. And as I finish, I just wanted to let you know that I have a tour company called Blazy Africa Tours, and I do these tours every now and then. So if you're interested in having a tour like this, send me a message, send me a direct message on Blazy Africa Instagram channel. I'll put that there. Or also you can just write me a comment and I'll respond back to you. Much love, guys. Peace. Let's enjoy Africa together and have a wonderful night. Peace.